favor. Away!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're still here on Critscast, this time watching Big Monkey Industries taking on Taylor Swift Breakup Story, and this time on a map that I've never seen before. I've heard about it, never played it, and that is CP Mist. Very excited to see this one get played here in the Preseason Cup. What do you think of this this here map?
I've honestly never played it. I've heard a lot of hype around it. It seems to be one of these maps that's constantly kind of brought up as a potential map. I don't know if it's made for Highlander or Sixes primarily, but it is 5CP. So 5CP is the most common game mode in Sixes, but not as favoured in Highlander. But it's they've certainly tried to make some different ones work. Gully Wash has been very successful. Whereas like Process certainly not as popular, so we'll see if this map is kind of more of a Gully Wash or more of a Process, I guess.
Well, we are getting live here as Big Monkey Industries again, taking on Taylor Swift Breakup Story 3.0, and we will try to navigate this map to the mid-fight here, trying to figure out where these teams are going to actually meet. This is pretty fun. Here we go. Now on to the mid-fight. Fairly long rollout. First thing I'm noticing as these teams begin to exchange some spam, it'll be the red team getting there a little bit faster. Demo getting the spam in, and a good soldier bomb early on. Bit of a cascade area up top. Numb is the first to fall, though. No red team Demo. Shadow Dude will fall, as does Row on the other side of things. No pressure onto the meds quite yet, except Whale Lord taking a fair bit of damage as many players falling. First floor, first four, now first five for the red team, and only 4 alive for the blue. It's a bit of a bloodbath, but no real winner quite yet. Dempsey goes down at the end of the fight, but both these medics have lived. Faster building, though, for BMI.
Yeah, very scrappy, but I think Timeless being the sniper still alive. Not much pressure on him. Engineer and Heavy are certainly not classes that can, really chase down that sniper. He can just run away from it if he chooses. So it seems that it is going to be Taylor Swift once more going to take the mid-fight just off the back of keeping their sniper alive. I don't think it was the best executed mid-fight by any means. They played on the low ground and let themselves get a little bit crushed from above, but keeping Timeless alive proved to be the decisive factor.
Timeless was such a threat on map number 1. Red team securing that mid-fight now, working their way forward. Got to be careful with a lot of different angles to shoot through here. Pop will pick up the frag onto the other scout. This Timeless sniper, even with 126 ping, is one of the top snipers in NA RGL Highlander, and has been doing some work here on this preseason cup thus far. The Uber force out. Both teams will be popping. It's a bunch of pyros kind of blasting each other around here. Dempsey doing his best. My frames struggling to keep up with the chaos here. Red Lord getting very weak and will go down at the end of the fight. A pipe from downtown. Numb picking up a kill, and a big one at that. Heisey will stay alive, but only has a couple players around him, picking up that second to last point and getting ready for the last siege in just a moment. This Temo playing very aggressively, though, trying to force back the red team and successfully doing so.
Row and Tirab got so much damage out of the Heavy, but there was a couple of clutch arrows coming out from Heiser onto Dantovich, keeping him alive. And they have, they won that Uber trade. They've got an Uber advantage once more. They're posturing in this loading bay area once more. There's quite a lot of players hiding. In fact, the Demo just trying to get aggressive now, but the Uber's going to come up shortly for the red side. If they can just stay in a little bit longer. One player in the backlines, Pop and Ketchup, in fact, both cleaned up. Timeless picks up Wuna as well, and suddenly it's all starting to fall apart to BMI.
Oh, Dantovich just goes forward and finds a frag, but he goes down to the spine. Shadow Dude. What a gamer tag there. We'll find the frag. The Uber popped out by Heisey, I believe got forced there by Row, who came in with a big soldier bomb. Still have to be careful of that teleporter behind. I don't know if they've seen it. It's right next to the medic. The sniper is posted up, just camping it. Oh, they'll damage it and kill it eventually. But now another opportunity here. Push their way forward, but Heisey is down to Dempsey. A great pyro play coming forward. He'll die for it eventually, but that'll certainly stop the last push from coming forward. Whale Lord in position with the spy. Missing his first step doesn't matter as Neo comes forward and finds that frag. Wuna on the other side of things on Heavy, picking up 3 now as he finds Nebu as well. A lot of chaos here. Soldier picks up the Heavy frag, stuffed in the air, goes down. And things will sort of stabilize and probably resolve with BMI coming forward. Look at that sniper sight line that Sebo right now is peeking through. That's nasty.
Yeah, that is...
Oh, he's gonna pick up Heisey. Oh might have missed the opportunity there. Good damage onto the demo, but yeah, that's disgusting. And Neo complaining about the frame rate here might be a flaw of the map. It's beautiful, but maybe a bit complicated.
Yeah, and also not only complicated in terms of how many objects there are, but also just how many different flanks and different areas there are. We are seeing kind of classic kind of 5CP Highlander chaos going on, just fighting happening everywhere. So many just little angles and or little just routes. You've got this kind of sewer area.
Uber out.
Goes through. Oh, you can see Uber's
coming in with pop. Can they avoid getting stuffed? Dempsey gonna go down there as the pipes are too much for him to deal with. Wailord also died there. Wiethoofd in the background finds this medic, and Wailord goes down, and it's all falling apart. It's just the heavy and the Enchi with his gun up. Sebo will be peeking, looking for a frag. Can he pick up anyone important? Doesn't look like it. Now the spawner's coming forward, trying to spam down this gun. Thus far, successful or unsuccessful. Excuse me. That Enchi doing a good job. Dempsey kind of just bullying his way forward and picks up Timeless, so no sniper for this red team as they continue to try to siege this last point and have to back up as there's just too much damage coming forward. Dempsey is a madman. Look at him go. He'll go right into a reflex though. Nebu winning that fight. Here's the spy. Go from a Foggle. Pick up the heavy. Nice play. One for the frag video for sure. And now it's 90% Uber here for Heisey and the rest of Taylor Swift. They really want to get forward here, bro. Almost in a bit of trouble there, but will stay alive.
Yeah, Taylor Swift doing a good job of just preserving their medic, preserving their Uber, not committing. They could have perhaps gone for a cut, but now they're going to take an Uber in. It's going to be Scout, Demo, and Pyro flooding in through the greenhouse area. They're now walking towards the point. The cap time can go down very, very quickly. It's going to have to be blocked very soon. But you can see how fast that cap is. It is an exposed point, but the cap comes in very quickly, and it's going to be a first round for Taylor Swift.
This is proven to be an interesting map to cast, certainly. I'm just trying to get myself situated here. I like the stylization. I mean, I'm going to take the opportunity to talk about the map. This is a fairly long rollout. I like the style of it. I just wish I was getting more than 60 frames and 30 during fights, but we'll get into mid-fight number 2. Taylor Swift breakup story up 1-0 at the moment. Big Monkey Industries trying to come back now. It's another bomb to the same spot for Neo early on. Ketchup will fall to Sebo for the first frag in the mid. Wailord crossing a sightline, but no one's watching it. Neo now on the other side. He's trying to spam down there. Wuna's dead. No heavy for the blue team as well. Also falls. A lot of weak players, and this is looking like Taylor Swift has it, but Sebo now finds the snipe, and then Wailord dies to the heavy, so no medics living on this mid fight, and it's just 2 alive for the blue team. Red will cap this one out eventually.
Yeah, we saw this time, it was a similar rollout actually from BMI. They went to that same kind of, I don't know, toxic area, like a little house that sits on the high ground. And, this time they didn't want to get all their players clumped up there. They tried to separate back out onto the low ground, but it put them in, that low ground position as we see. And, the demo was just able to do so much damage across the point. They weren't able to keep together, they weren't able to play together with their heals. Wailord got caught out by a heavy as well at the tail end, so while Ubers are even, none of them have opted. Oh, I'd say that, Godfather, but we see Timeless pick up Wailord.
Yeah, Timeless has been a big threat and been mostly ignored thus far. The sniper sightline though, both snipers trying to look down it, can't find the angle they want. Maybe finding it. Timeless in a bit of trouble here. Will actually post up and find Sebo. Dempsey and the rest of that team in a lot of trouble. Only 3 alive for BMI. Taylor Swift continuing to bully their way forward. We're just blasting some tunes and winning the fights.
Yeah, Wailord, of course, some of you may know her better as Wax. She's been playing with Sebo certainly for a while, and this is obviously what has previously been known as the Yak team. But no Yak today. We've got Tiram now is going to be the main demo man. But so far, they've been struggling. They're stuck back on
Shadow. Looking for the plane to Timeless. Nice stab. As sorry to interrupt there, but he did get that crucial pick. Wiethoofd is in trouble, and that Uber now faded for Taylor Swift, but it doesn't matter. They just win the fight.
Yeah, well, they took.
I don't know what to say.
They took the Uber. There wasn't much contesting. BMI were trying to kite the Uber back. They did have a level 1 gun, but I think it was wrangled and wasn't able to fight, 5 healed players on that point. But when you know, the point is so far kind of forward, you know, away from the spawn that you need to be really on top of your game to be able to contest it, because the cap is pretty quick as we've seen so far.
Yeah, maybe something that gets looked at in an update to the map, although not necessarily a bad thing overall. Here we go on to this next mid. Nebu with the detonator, finding the first frag, and Timeless again! Finding the meta, you can't beat that sightline. Oh, the great denied by Nebu, keeping his combo alive there. That soldier will now die. Ro unable to find anything other than a respawn timer as the rest of his team is deleted by the onslaught of damage coming from the side of Taylor Swift. Only losing their heavy, picking up 8. Just that spy lurking off in the distance, unable to pick up that frag. But now Wiethoofd and Shadow 2 making a bit of a bump into each other there, but nothing coming from it. And mid-fight goes to Taylor Swift yet again.
Yeah, impressive from Taylor Swift, and particularly Timeless. I see, you know, he's obviously clocked on to exactly where Wax the Medic is rolling out, and he's managed to catch her out this time on a third mid-fight. Just nice adaptation, picking up the Medic instantly. There's always going to be a tragic mid-fight off the tail end of it, and we're now seeing them walking through this loading bay once more. Actually going to go through the flank, you know, extra doorway, one of these little sideways areas, takes the Uber in, gets a decent amount of damage down onto the combo, but doesn't clean up any frags.
Sebo just ignored the entire Uber and found a frag instead. Interesting to see, but now Vuna is able to find Heizi in the end of the fight, and that's the medic down for the red team, as well as Timeless losing that sniper. Big find there by Shadow Dude.
Oh my god. The spy
Why did
was going
Wailord pop? Wait, what is this Uber? Demo going deep, ignoring the soldier, instead shooting the gun, and now he's in trouble. He's gonna die as Tyrum goes down. Sebo also falling through the spy in the backline, and it's just Wailord and Vuna as this demo works his way forward, has the heals from his medic. Pyro is gonna be on the medic with the extinguisher, but he beefs it, and Wailord's gonna live, dropping his heavy in exchange for keeping Ro alive, and the scout's gonna rush forward trying to find something for himself. What is the scout doing? No way he finds the frag. The medic is weak. Can he get the kill? The pistol is out, but he won't find it. Num finds his 5th onto Alone in Hell. The Pyro now coming forward instead. Arrow onto Tentovich keeps him alive a little while longer. He picks up the Pyro, but dies to the spy. And BMI showing a bit of aggression here. I don't even know where the medics are at this point. Heizi's still alive, playing around his team. Wailord playing passive. Gotta be careful of Pop, though, who's dancing. Looking for a frag. Doesn't find it. A couple of frags there for BMI.
Yeah, very scrappy fighting, but while the side of Taylor Swift, the side of BMI have only been feeling kind of one blow at a time, Taylor Swift have been losing the fight on the other flag. We now see a big bomb coming in towards Wax, but there's actually going to be a level 3 sentry to deny any more aggression or, you know, anyone able to finish it up.
Tyrum's so confident working his way forward, but he ignores Timeless, the threat from across the map, as he picks up 2. The engine in the demo there. Uber expended by the blue team, but not finding too much with it. The soldier jumps forward, looking for the frag, gets 1 rocket, but it doesn't amount to anything else. Nam finds his 7th frag onto Ro. And now Taylor Swift working their way forward yet again. Uber's about even, Dave.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of these teams just opted to try and come in through one doorway, but it's getting completely stuffed. The demo is going to get caught out on Taylor Swift's side. A lot of frags going in BMI's favour. Nice flank coming in from Alone in Hell. Just picking up those players that were nicely pincered in that cargo area once more. And, you know, for the first time we've seen the flank really go in through a different entrance, make a play, and it proves, you know, absolute dividends.
Absolutely. Sebo finding a nice shot onto Pop there, continuing their push forward. BMI kind of coming alive here, and a great opener there. Num finding the frag onto himself. Maybe an opportunity for BMI to continue pushing forward, also losing Timeless and their heavy. Taylor Swift on the back foot, and BMI happy to take some space here. Uber being built up by Pop, but it's full for BMI.
Yeah, full Uber coming in for Wax shortly there. Going through the jungle area, now walking into the greenhouse. They've got a sniper sight to deal with. A much more aggressive defense scene coming out from this red team. Nicely forced Uber by the sniper. The Pyro has been able to deny most of the Uber as well, juggling the demo, so they don't have too much aggression coming in.
Timeless is winning this SBS time and time again. Blue team trying to find frags in the end, but there's just 3 of them alive. The Pyro Dempsey doing his best. It happens fast, but it's a team wipe. And there you go. Taylor Swift's breakup story will hold on. Look to work the way forward. It's a fair bit of a trek, I suppose, to the second point, but that will just mean BMI is slightly set up here. Sebo picking up catch-up, no entry, and Timeless finds Turum on the other side.
Yeah, this was pretty close. They would have been able to contest that, but obviously Timeless picking up a crucial frag. Now we're seeing Big Bomb coming in from Rose. Shadow Dude following it up as well. Shadow Dude will go down for it, but none of the red players are on the high ground whatsoever. None of them are in a position to come in, and it's a very, very easy clean-up in the second cap. They didn't even really win that fight.
Yeah, continue.
They didn't even really win that fight. They just, had all the position due to the fact where they rolled out from, and it was very easy for them to just take the cap back just off their respawn.
Yeah, something different about the map, I guess. Not going to say good or bad. I'm not the most qualified to talk about the qualities of the map, but looking at this blue team holding up on this rocker, now going to drop down to the ramp, try to push forward, ignoring that Demo Man's traps. The Uber is in onto the Demo, getting juggled a bit. Here's the stat, trying to find the Demo in the end. Num and Dentovich, both going to go down. Bro dying, no soldier for the blue team. Gun is wrangled, staying alive for now. Ketchup is the target of the sniper. Sebo is down to the spy. The Uber out for the red team. Pressure is in, but the spy finding a frag or two will go down now. Waylord, no heals now for the blue team, and it's gonna fall apart yet again. Just 3 staying alive for BMI. Taylor Swift looking to push their way forward yet again.
Yeah, these last pushes for BMI just not working whatsoever. They're getting forced so early. We see Tirum's able to roll out super fast, get some damage down onto the point, but again he's a little bit exposed. Ro, this soldier, going down for his side as well. And this time we can see much better from the red side. Taylor Swift were able to completely control this cargo area and get all their combo players into it, and they do have a bit of an Uber advantage they could work with shortly as well.
For sure, this Uber could come into play. Depends on how aggressively they take it. Trying to spam down Timeless as Tirum. Have to be careful though. Sebo will win the SVS though. That's a good opening frag. Now, Soldier wanted to go forward. The Spy's in position, but low health, has to make his life count. If they can coordinate a play, that'd be big. Uber's already out and Tirum already dead. Waylord can't keep his Demo Man alive, missing the flash. Sebo dead as well. Neo dying, but it's 3 down, now 4 for the blue team. Trading just for 1, and Taylor Swift continuing their dominance with under 15 to play in the map.
You see the post-Uber fight seems to be going to the side of Taylor Swift, just about cleaning up more frags, just focus-wise slightly better, and we now see Pyro get really aggressive. Nebu onto the medic, cleans him up while players were watching for that spy, and that's going to be a big heal advantage now coming in for the red side.
And we got the back cap going down by the spy. Shadow Dude is in position for that, but the scout coming in to pick him up. Invis will be his escape method of choice. Not too much else happening, but it did bring back some players, allow the rest of BMI to get into a bit of a better position. Gotta be careful though, that sniper is watching! Waylord jumps down gracefully. Lucky Timeless wasn't watching that, bit of a misplay, but didn't get punished. That scout gets caught out of position. All good damage onto Num. The Uber actually forced out early onto Taylor Swift's team, working their way forward. It's only 40% for BMI, and Waylord dead to the heavy, just gunning down that medic.
Yeah, rotation attempt coming in from BMI. They're actually stacking up this second cap, but I don't think they're going to get it into them. The combo is coming in from the red side, just blistering damage down onto that point. The second point doesn't come the fastest, but there's a fighting cargo once more, but so many frags going once more into the side of Taylor Swift, and finally they're able to walk into this midpoint. They've been stuck in that cargo area for an absolute eternity, but finally they get enough frags that they're able to walk back into mid.
Absolutely, and they'll definitely want to press their advantage, trying to make it a 3-0 game, but they lose their heavy as well as their flank, and Heisey now going down as Dempsey works his way forward with the help of the Demo Man to find the frag. BMI wants to come right back in. The cap still has good time on it, and they'll keep finding some frags here. Uh-oh, back cap?
Yeah, there's attempted to back up on mid. The Py now just comes flying. It gets a lot of damage down onto Wax, but won't be able to clean up the frag. But Wax is actually at a huge Uber advantage. There's a lot of frags in their favour as well. Maybe the spawns will come up in time for the red side, but suddenly Captain go down already, and Uber's out Godfather.
Uber is in, trying to find frags with it. This soldier staying alive so far. Ketchup is now just stalling for the rest of his team to come forward and find frag onto Row. But frag's still in favor of the red team. Scout wants something, can't find too much. Take the 1v1 versus the engineer, who had a bit more heals, but he wins it anyway. Red continuing to come forward as Waylord goes down to Timeless. Big frag onto the medic there.
Timeless is just finding Wax time and time again, as his name dictates, but we've seen Sebo's in an awkward position. Wuna will get cleaned up, so the
You hate to see it.
Yeah, Shadow Dude coming in with a big play there, but they'll get the second point. They'll continue marching on Taylor Swift towards his mid-fight, but you think with the heal advantage, so many players spawning out,
Waylord
big
in trouble!
coming in.
Nice frag there by Neo. TRM will find the frag onto him, but it's not enough to keep the medic alive. Hazy has just respawned, I believe, and nobody to heal quite yet. Maybe looking for a scout, but scout's on that cap, getting it done. Here's the soldier jumping forward. The medic's all alone. Great surf though to come back to the combo. That is a very weak medic though. Bro, in trouble. The heavy, but being ignored. How? Oh, he gets the song. No, but he gets gunned down by Sebo in the end. That was almost a hero play by the medic and a misplay by the heavy. Can't keep Heisey alive. And now BMI coming back into it. We are sub 10 on the map. And a nice frag by Timeless onto Sebo.
Yeah, one thing these teams are really struggling with is just the kind of 5 CP fundamental. It applies to every map, but obviously with them being a new map, they're not sure of exactly how to play it. But the fundamental they're not doing is they're not denying the exits. They're not having their demo lock down these entrances, and it's just so easy for teams to re-push or peek their sniper, or just the soldiers to come flying in. So while they have a lot of players on these cap points, they're just always able to recontest from the other side because the entrances aren't locked down.
Shadow Dude gonna get out here, it looks like, trying to escape with invisibility. And the Uber now coming in for the blue team, and immediately Tiram with the pipes finds 2, including the medic. Great opener for the Uber. Backing off now will be the medic, but with so many down, they can continue to work their way forward. Pop is very weak health underneath. Back cap attempt in progress, but it won't be enough. Dempsey finding the reflect kill onto Neo, showing some dominance there. Got that gun up on the boxes for last, but it's very easy to spam down here. Real good. Exactly that. Sebo finds a kill onto Timeless. That just might be the opener BMI needs. Quick fix to play for Heisey and the rest of the red team trying to hold this one off a little longer.
Manages to pick up Sebo as well, just pressuring this main door. Lots of frags suddenly in Taylor Swift's favour. Gnome is going to be able to continue walking forward towards this heavy that's going to repel him a little bit. Timeless going down as well. That's going to slow him just a little bit, but certainly the numbers are very much in the red side's favour, flooding towards the point. This time Gnome is able to get a bit of spam down towards Cargo. We're going to see a fight come in very, very shortly with this quick fix.
Yeah, quick fix is just about to come into play. 99% now it is and will be popped out as this blue Uber fades. Waylord might be in a bit of trouble, but no one can really dive in. Oh, here's the soldier coming forward, getting good damage, but instead going for the heavy. Now Neo will die as Pop stays alive a little while longer. Ketchup finds the demo for Pop dying to the counter scout, and Ro going down to Nebu, but not before finding Timeless. Good frag onto the sniper. This fight, pretty scrappy. Red team gonna have to back off just a bit. Heisey is out. I think Heisey might want to swap to Uber here, but they're already at 70%.
This gun from Ketchup is being an absolute menace. It's picked up 2 frags, even after they were away. Oh, big jump coming in from Dempsey, trying to launch himself onto that crucial high ground area, but can't quite find the required surf. Pop goes in for a bit of a play onto the sniper, but again he can't quite find Sebo either. So we're actually going to see 100% coming up for Wax soon. 100% quick fix on the other side. The Uber gun obviously is slightly better in this trade, but the quick fix, it can do a job as long as you're not super close with it.
Yeah, the Uber is going to be popped out first by BMI. That stock coming forward. Dempsey dies. Catch up on the other side. The quick fix is in play. trying to keep as many people alive as possible, but Heisey goes down to Sebo on a nice snipe. Wiethoofd finds Wiethoofd on the other side of things, and it's just 3 alive for one team, now 2 alive for the blue team. BMI wants to cap this out, but can they? With, oh no, Pop comes forward and collects a few more. It's just the scout looking for some frags here. Can he pick up the sniper onto Timeless? He will get that frag and maybe escape. He's on fire though. 1 health. Dies going from the back, and that's a screenshot if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, we don't see Taylor Swift. They're gonna try and walk out of this lobby. I mean, the demo does bump a spy though, so he is irked a little bit. They haven't got any cap time down.
Ooh, nice frag.
Everyone is nicely rolled out for the blue team, so BMI will get control of second back, but they do lose Wax again. Timeless finding some kind of angle that no one was aware of, picks up the medic, and it's going to be a big Uber advantage for the red side.
Yep, on stock here as well, trying to hold down the fort yet again, but we are at sub 5 minutes here, so Taylor Swift in great position to win if they can just keep stalling. And, you know, this last point, pretty open, and but also pretty hard to get into, at least for the blue team so far. They dropped 2, their scout and sniper, and that's definitely going to slow things down once again.
Yeah, they are up to this 100% now. They're actually going to try and push from the high ground, perhaps. No, they've dropped back down to main. I think this high ground is, you know, potentially very pivotal on this point, and it could be nice to push out from. They're actually going through an extra flank that perhaps the gamers weren't aware of, pressuring them back into the sewer area. No cap time for now, but it's such a big rotation for the BMI side with their combo. They've just had to settle back on mid, but they are going to get a couple of snipes out of 7 potentially.
Yeah, looking down those these sight lines, and he will find Timeless. Exactly what he needed. These traps being set up by not going to be in the right spot, actually. The rotation coming through, I believe, will be from up top instead. Now this soldier dropped down upon by Wuna. Finding that frag quickly. Sebo and Ketchup trading out there. Pop, Dempsey, some more frags. It's 2 down for blue, 3 for red. Row is just 8 health. Needs to find some heals from the medic. Will be doing so as BMI yet again looking to come in here, but it is 100% to 75. They got to go fast.
Yeah, opted to come in through this main once again. It's not a great entrance, actually, mostly denied by this pirate who actually separated the demo man as well.
Oh. They'll sap the gun, the soldier looking for it, but actually they get the gun, just no frags, and Wailord dies in the end. Neo picks that up. So both men's dying, and red team pushing forward. Nice pick up there by Pop onto Sebo at the end. I feel bad for BMI. They've just been stopped time and time again. Quite often by Timeless.
Yeah, they can't quite nail these last pushes. Obviously, you know, the point is so exposed to so many different high ground angles it can be spammed down upon. So, you know, you want to have the crux of your combo sitting on that high ground for the end of the fight. We've now seen a fight on second, and Heis is actually going to get picked up. Alan Hill running in, gets Timeless as well, so suddenly frags very, very much in BMI's favour, and they're in a nice aggressive position with just the last point and this sentry gun and the heavy that's hiding to deal with. They both went into the sentry gun, they pick the heavy up, the sentry gun's wrangled on a sliver of health, Wuna getting the heals coming in towards the last point, Godfather, but it seems, Sebo picks up Heiser.
That's a big frag. Can they continue the aggression? They're getting a little bit of presence up to point, but Timeless finding 2. And although Dempsey goes forward like a madman again, doesn't find anything else, and now the spawners are coming forward for Taylor Swift Breakup Story 3.0 as they hold this point off for like the 5th time in a row.
Yeah, I have to say Ketchup has been kind of an MVP on these last holes, just always has his gun in. I think he actually, don't know if he got that gun out, but he was able to build up a level 1 instantly. Again, we see this Spy Shadow dude going in for something, but Timeless again picks up Wax because BMI can't keep the medic alive, can't keep the heals in the fight, and it's now 9 against 3. They're rolling out to the second point, just a minute and 45 down. I think it's just about game over.
Yeah, that's probably going to spell the ends at least of this map, but there's more to come afterwards, so don't despair on that front. A bit of presence coming forward from the red team. Timeless finds his 6th frag in a row. A couple of kill streaks been established here in the last couple of minutes. Neo down to the melee of the scout. Wuna down to Timeless. as he finds another. That's his 7th, and this push just getting stuffed immediately.
Dantovic doing so much work, just surfing forward in the low ground area out of that pipe that goes under the point, just finding all the players from, you know, an awkward angle just underneath them. No one was aware of where he was, picks up so many frags, full combo down for BMI, and Taylor Swift, again, they're just continuing their pushes into this second point. They actually have full Uber as well, so they might want to cap this off in style with the 3rd round.
Yeah, they certainly have an opportunity for such a push here with 38 seconds on the clock. Watching to see where they want to go forward. Pop is taking some aggression. The Uber's in onto the medic, finding the frag. Dantovic dies to the spy, but now good presence in, and they are showing their dominance yet again. Just barely not getting it. There you go, in the end. And that is 3-0. GG's, as we are in dead time for sure.
Yeah, clean 3-0. Nice cherry on the top. That last push, I mean, both that scout and that medic walked past a sticky trap with that 100% Uber. Could have been a drop coming in, but Deborah wasn't quite on point, and we see no time for an extra mid-fight, so going to be 3-0 to the Taylor Swift side, coming up against BMI.
They were able to stuff the BMI push like 5, 6, 7 times maybe on a map that they're unfamiliar with. So well done to the side of Taylor Swift BREAKUP story. Take a look at logs here.
Yeah, this first thing I'm seeing is actually quite a considerable extra number of frags coming in for the red side Taylor Swift. Particularly Skag getting 40 frags in 30 minutes. That's pretty damn impressive.
But yeah, that is the second of, I believe, 3 maps we will be watching here today.
Follow the channel, of course. You can be aware of whenever we're going to go live, or you can also use the Patreon. Any money from that will go towards supporting the casting and the production as well. You can also check out VODs of these games on YouTube, and you've also got Twitter and Discord as well. Good socials for you. Make sure you join and check it out.
And with that, we will be going to a break for just a moment, but stick around because we have one more match coming up right after this. See you soon.
Hi, old beaver! Away!